Hey everyone, Final here. Today, I'll be going over and reviewing Gilded Goblin's new Foundry paint set. First off, I'd like to say thank you to Gilded Goblin for sending me their new paint set. For anyone that's unaware, Gilded Goblin had sent me their brush set to review almost a year ago. It's been almost a year, and the brushes have been holding up to almost daily use. So obviously they make high quality products. I've already unboxed these on Instagram, but inside their paint box, there's 12 different acrylic paints, and a little blurb about themselves. They're using dropper bottles, so that's already a win right there. The dropper bottles are slightly bigger than the Vallejo bottles, but also a bit smaller than Pro Acryl bottles. I just mentioned this in case anyone, like me, already has well-defined painting racks. For the actual colors inside the box, you've already seen Castle Gray. There's also Golden Ochre, Goblin Green, Royal Violet, Herald Red, Ancient Bone, Oak Umber, Void Black, Light Skin, Titanium White, Sage Blue, and Imperial Blue. I'll be testing these the same way that I tested the Vallejo True Metallic Metal set. Namely, I'll be painting up a bunch of Space Marine helmets, all primed with gray cere. Apparently I'm running out of helmets, so there's some gray night ones in there as well. I'll be painting them with my workhorse brush, the Gilded Goblin Size 1. Alright, let's get to painting. I'll be starting off with Titanium White. White is definitely my least favorite color to paint, and I haven't found the perfect white paint to use yet. It wasn't all clumped up in the bottle, so again, another win. And it looks like it's going on pretty smoothly, but I definitely will need a second coat. And here it is. I actually put on 3 thin coats for this one. So initial thoughts, it's still a bit chalky, which to be fair is a problem that I have with all white paints. It actually looks a lot like Pro Acryl's Bold Titanium White. The coverage was good, and it might look better with some wash or highlights or something like that. But yeah, that's the Titanium White. Now for the next one, I'll be using Light Skin. In hindsight, I should have used the bare head for this one, but oh well. It's going on really smoothly. I'll probably only need 2 coats for this one. It kind of reminds me of Citadel's Kislev Flesh. And here it is, the fleshy light skin color. I actually really like this one. Like I said, the color is very reminiscent of Kislev Flesh, but it's also opaque enough to be a base paint. I'll definitely be reaching to this one when I paint skin. Now for the next one we have Ancient Bone. I think this one's going to be a Wraith Bone equivalent, which, full disclosure, I also have some trouble with. I'm thinking that I'll need 3 coats. And after 3 thin coats, the color is pretty good. It's definitely a Wraith Bone replacement, with the added effect of not clumping up in the bottle. It came out of the bottle silky smooth, with minimal shaking. I usually go darker with my bone colors, but if I need a bright one, I do like this paint. Now onto the darker colors, I'll be testing Sage Blue. I know it's called Sage Blue, but it kind of reminds me of a Sons of Horus color. Once again, I only needed 2 coats. I really like this color. Once dried, it definitely looks like the old Horus Heresy box art colors. I don't think that I have a paint with this color yet, so I'll definitely be hanging on to this one. Maybe they could have called it Trader Green instead of Sage Blue. Onto another Grey Knight helmet, I'll be painting Royal Violet. I like it already. It's a really smooth paint, and it feels like it's pretty bright compared to my go-to, Nagaroth Knight. After getting 2 coats on there, yeah, it's definitely brighter than Nagaroth Knight. It's like a base version of Xerius Purple. I think it'd be good for Heresy Emperor's Children, or even for Aquilon Shield's Custodes. The next one on my list is Imperial Blue. Right off the bat, this won't be replacing my Macragge Blue. It's a lot lighter than Macragge Blue, but not quite electric blue. You know what? After 2 coats, it reminds me of the old school ultramarine colors, pairing up nicely with a bright yellow. I wasn't around for 2nd edition or whatever it was, but if I feel like painting old-style ultramarines, this will be my go-to base color. Now I have here Goblin Green, or in my head I keep saying Gilded Goblin Green. And oh wow, this is a really nice color of green. It reminds me of Orc flesh, but a little bit darker. I like this one. I'll save it for some Orc skin. Up next, Golden Ochre. This one is reminding me of Averland Sunset, just maybe a hair darker. Compared to Averland Sunset though, this one gave me no trouble at all. It's opaque enough that I only needed 1 coat, but I did 2 for good measure. I wonder if this one's yellow enough for an Imperial Fist army. Maybe after a couple of highlights. And on to Herald Red. Okay, this one is giving me Mephiston Red vibes. It's actually a really nice shade of red. And when it dries, it actually dries quite a bit brighter than Mephiston Red. I like this one a lot as well. This might be a good Blood Angels color. Next up, I have Void Black. Ooh, wow, that's really dark. It feels like a Baden Black, but darker? The coverage is good, and it isn't as thick as a Baden Black. It looks quite a bit different once it dries. It went on darker than a Baden Black, but oddly enough, it dries brighter. This reminds me of Chaos Black Primer. Now onto a brown color, Oak Umber. So far, it looks like a darker Mournfang brown. Oh yeah, it's darker than Mournfang brown, but lighter than Dryad Bark or Rhinox Hide. It's kind of a good in-between color. I like it. It fills in for a brown that I don't have yet. And finally, for a Grey Knight helmet, I have Castle Grey. It's going on a lot like Mechanicus Standard Grey. Ooh, but it dries a little bit differently. I've found that my Mechanicus Standard Grey leans towards blue, and I'll usually have to wash and highlight it back towards grey. This Castle Grey is a lot more neutral. It'd be a really good color to paint rocks and terrain. And that's it, all 12 of Gilded Goblin's new Foundry paint set. Do I think that you should use this paint? I think that it's worth a shot, especially if you only have Citadel paints. Some of my favorite colors were the Imperial Blue, Castle Grey, and Goblin Green. But overall, they were all really great. I can also say that I'm confident that the quality will be good, especially because I've been using the same brushes from them for the last year. And if you've been on the fence about it, I hope this video helped you out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.